Vahansē, everyone. So it's all about giving. So Lord Buddha mentioned about the process in this pathway. It starts with giving. It starts with giving. So it is important for us to know what Lord Buddha says about giving. So is there any way that you can directly go and do your PhD without going to the nursery and grade 1? Nursery, of course, you can skip, I think. Is that so? No, you have to go from the very beginning. So we all have come to a conclusion by now. Thoughts, words, and actions based on greed, aversion, and delusion to be stopped. And thoughts, words, and actions based on non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion, they should be mastered. Okay, so here I have a small video for you. I hope you all must have seen this sometimes. Have you all seen this video?
Yes.
Yes? It was a very popular, I don't know, circulating on social media some years ago. But I thought it would be good for you to share this video. And I hope it will work. It is not working. It's working.
จะได้อะไรถ้าเขาทำแบบนี้ทุกวันเขาจะไม่ได้อะไรเลยไม่ได้รวยขึ้นไม่ได้ออกทีวีไม่มีใครรู้จักไม่ได้มีชื่อเสียงที่มากขึ้นเพราะสิ่งที่เขาได้คือได้แค่ความรู้สึกได้เห็นความสุขได้เข้าใจให้ความรักได้ในสิ่งที่เงินซื้อไม่ได้ได้โลกที่สวยงามกว่าเดิมในชีวิตคุณอะไรคือสิ่งที่คุณต้องการมากที่สุด ให้ประกันชีวิตเชื่อในความดี
Okay. So, what did you feel when you watched that video? What thoughts came to your mind?
If we give something to someone, we will get heaven.
Yes. If we give something to someone, we will get it back. Yeah. What else? Did he do very big things? Yes.
He wasn't greedy or anything.
He was.
He wasn't greedy.
He wasn't greedy. Yeah. So like he was so generous to give the 2 chicken, everything that he had to the dog. So like, you know, that there are some people who are favorite food is chicken. Yes. Yes, sorry.
His actions didn't show straight away. It took a while to show this a positive impact. So it doesn't just as you did one good thing doesn't mean it'll happen a good thing will happen to you straight away. You keep doing that.
Yeah, exactly. So he kept doing that. Continuity was there. So at the end, the results has come out. Yes.
Well, it doesn't take much to make someone else's life. It doesn't take a lot of effort to make someone else's life good.
Yes. Did he do very huge, big things? No, he did very little simple things. Again, it comes like the little drops of water, little things. Don't dream about very big, huge things. So you can start with very little steps. That's why I always want to tell you. So we can start with very little things. So now, here, did you see that lady who was carrying that carriage? She was selling some food. So at last, she has started giving some extra things also to people. Here's some extra from me. Did you see that part in the subtitles? Yeah. So like that generosity, the influence from that boy, this lady also started being generous. Got some influence from good people. So like now you're learning from watching this video, you got some insights. He won't be richer on the following day. And it was not his intention to, but he got a lot of happiness. Like how did you felt when you saw that little girl with the uniform? Now she got enough money to go to school. And now like this boy see this little girl with the uniform. So how did you feel? You felt also happy. Like for us to sacrifice something for someone else's happiness. Do you think it's a good quality? We always be happy with our successes. But if we can train our mind to see the other people's success and be happy, then you will feel more happy. Because the happiness that you gain by giving, there's something that you are greedy for that happiness. Happiness that you gain when you get things. So now if you get a brand new mobile phone to you, if your parents given you, or if you buy for yourself, you will feel happy, don't you? Yes, you will feel happy. So, sharing things with people, you afraid to share. If you honestly talk to yourself, you afraid to share things. Why? You think that your happiness will reduce when you share. So that means you are greedy for that happiness. But if you share things with people, and to see other people's also enjoying and other people's also feeling happy, that your happiness will be reduced, or will it be doubled?
Double.
It will be doubled. So why don't you get doubled happiness? other than being greedy to that single happiness. Yeah. It is something that you can try at home. So there are so many things that you can try now from here onwards when you go home. Okay. So here we have the realms of living again. Do you know why I use this slide so often? Because this slide has the essence or the summary of the things that we are talking so far. Because now we all know the positive causes. So there are positive 3 causes: the non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion. What are the negative causes? Greed, aversion, and delusion. So altogether, how many causes are there? Altogether, 6 causes. So these are the 6 causes that drive us throughout this, in the journey through samsara. These 6 causes are the fueling factor, driving factor. So if there's any way that one can eradicate or stop creating these positive causes and the negative causes, both causes, what would be the end result? You don't create negative causes, and also you don't create more positive causes with the purpose of living, existing. Yes? Enlightenment, exactly. Enlightenment. So it happens with the understanding. So now tell me, now with all these things that we have talked so far, as we have discussed in the conclusion also, so do you think like this greed, aversion, and delusion, is there anything valuable in that? Anything good that it is going to do for you? No, there's any good is going to do when you master this greed, aversion, and delusion, because they result the birth in the planes of misery and suffering. So you are not going to master these things anymore. But we have these positive causes remaining. So non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion. These are the positive causes. So should we master these positive causes? Yes, we need to master these positive causes. Because now, if not, we will have to attain and complete the arihanthood in this life itself. We don't know. We are not sure about it. That is why we need to create more thoughts, words, and actions based on non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion. We can say one word for these 3 things. We can say merits. What is that one word? Merits. So we need to accumulate. We need to gather more merits. Can you guess what is the reason that we should gather more merits? Yes.
So we will get a chance of being human.
Yes. We'll be getting chances to be born as a human next time or above, human or above. So because then only we will be not included in an inopportune moment. If we born in the planes of misery and suffering, definitely it will be a woeful plane for us, an inopportune moment for us. That is why we need to accumulate more thoughts, words, and actions based on these merits. Are you all clear with the fact that we need to do merits? Yes. In the Sumana Sutta, discourse made to the Queen Sumana, Lord Buddha says, it is a must for us to do merits for all lay people and the monks. We also do merits. In our monastery, we also do a lot of meritorious activities that we do in Sri Lanka. So we also engage in doing merits. Why do we do those merits? Because we have not completed the pathway. We have more to go. So we need merits to follow the pathway. So it is the same for anyone. So in the Sumana Sutta, Lord Buddha says, it is a must for us to do meritorious deeds. It is the pathway towards enlightenment. What is it? It is the pathway towards enlightenment. The merit is not the enlightenment. It is the pathway. Right? So do you play badminton? Do you play badminton or some sports like that? So if you play badminton and that shuttle goes inside or onto the top of the roof, so what do you need to bring that shuttle back? You will need a ladder. Yeah, you will need a ladder to climb and bring that shuttle down. But what happens? But what if you kick off the ladder first? What if you kick off the ladder first? Will you be able to get that shuttle? Is there any way? No. So this merit is also like the ladder. Path towards enlightenment, it is the ladder. So we need to build a strong, what? Strong ladder in the path towards enlightenment. Right, so let's see. So you can see a huge diversity in this human existence, not only human, in this existence, you can see a lot of diversity. You can see here a rich man and a poor man. You can see this. We can see a healthy man and someone on a wheelchair. And in dogs also, you can see some luxury dogs and some dogs who are on the road, street dogs. Okay. So why do you think that there is such a diversity in this existence? What is the reason?
Different
Yes.
people, like how much merit you accumulated.
Exactly, how much merits you have accumulated. So now at this moment, in this existence, in this human existence, in this world, there are so many children or so many people who are starving, not having any food to eat. And there are some people in palaces. They get more than enough things for their usage. Okay, and at this moment, there are some people, now you all are luckily, you're all healthy people. Now, if you take a hospital or an rehabilitation center or orphanage, like you can see a lot of people who are suffering with difficulties, illnesses, right? So everything, it depends on the level of merits you have done. So now, maybe sometimes at a house, now think that there are 3 people together or 4 people together in as a bunch in a house. Okay. So all these 4 people, do you think that all the 4 people have done equal amount of merits? Yes or no? No. They have not done equal amount of merits. Some have done, like, of course, everybody have done to the amount that they get a birth in the human existence. That's true. But out of that, there are variations. Some siblings, if that fight comes with the siblings. When someone gets some things more than the other one, what happens? Like, the mom loves my brother more than me. That is why she's getting things to him, not me. Why things to him? Why not for me? Are there fights like that at home? Are you sure? Yes, that's the truth. There are a lot of fights going on at houses. He's getting all the things. He's getting the things first, not me. He's getting the best things. Why not I? Am I bad? Those arguments are happening at houses. Now you can understand the reason why. What is the reason?
Greed.
Amount of causes. Greed, aversion, and delusion. If you're not getting something, that means, yes, at this moment, it is not, we can't say it is static. It changes. Now at this moment, yes.
Doesn't also like you don't always get the karma in one life. You can like have some in the next one.
Sorry.
So like the karma that you accumulate doesn't always come up to at once. So like for one life.
Ah, yes. Think that you have done a great positive karma, or positive, let's say positive causes. Okay. So you have done a lot of positive causes, and some can give result in this birth, maybe some amount result in the another birth. We don't know. We have no idea how it comes. But the only thing that we know is that they give us effect. That's all we know. And the way it gives, it's out of our level of understanding. It's only a person like enlightened person like Lord Buddha can say it exactly how and to the amount that they are going to give results. Okay, right. So now, if such things happening at house, so what we can do now then? So for example, think that I'm getting less and my brother gets more. So now generally what is the feeling that I get? I get angry, jealous. Why he is getting and not me? So if what happens if you start complaining? According to this, what happens if you start complaining? The amount you get is also can reduce. Why? Complaining means what causes you create? Yes, great aversion and delusion again. So that amount you're getting is also reduced. If you get 3 chocolates today, that will reduce for 2 chocolates. We don't know. Who knows? So what is the best thing that you can do other than complaining and other than fighting? Yes, I want a solution from you because that's the problem. Yes, be grateful for what you have. That's very good. What else you can do? You've solved that problem today. So when you go home, there won't be a problem. So you need to look at this and think. So now see, now just be a capable listener. Capable listener listens well and comprehends. Takes it to the mind. Now think. I'm not going to give that answer. You will have to find that out. How can you solve that problem? Yes?
Not being ready, like the 3 positive causes.
Exactly. That is the thing. You found out the answer. So you have to create the opposite of it. What is it? You have to create non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion. And that is the only solution. Non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion. So what is the best way that you can create non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion? Yes, what is the best way that you can do? What is the best practice that you can create for yourself?
Meditation.
Yeah.
Meditation. Yeah. Exactly. That is the thing. Donate. That's why I said it's all about what? It's all about giving. So giving is a way that you can create non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion. So let's see now in this picture, now you can interpret these situations. So the best thing that you will get is when you listen and understand these things, you will be able to interpret your life situations. You'll be able to interpret the life that you spent. You may be thinking things like this. Why this has happened to me? Why these things happen in my life? Why these things happen only to me? Why? You may be having such questions in life. I know. So now with this understanding, you will be able to find answers for them, to give interpretations about your own life. Do you think it's a good thing? Good thing to have that understanding. So then that your part of worry will be what? Worry will be reduced. Okay. So now, so whatever the category you will belong here, you will still can be happy. That's why I told you at the beginning, this is a path towards what? Path towards ultimate happiness. So now can you see that slowly that we are going towards that direction? Can you see that? So little by little we going towards that direction. So when you understand this, you will start feeling this is the path towards happiness. Right? Okay. So it's all about giving. You can see here great, non-great, enlightened. What is the relationship between these three words? One who is in great first should become non-great. And only the person who is non-great will be enlightened. See now how important the giving is. So if you are not a person who is giving, if you are greedy, is there a direct way? Is there a shortcut that you can jump from here to here? No, there's no shortcut. If you are great, from here, you have to become non-great, and then only you will be enlightened. Do you know the reason why? Yes. Putta, sorry, I can't hear you. Can you tell a bit louder? Yes, definitely you need to be non-greedy to become enlightened. Because in the next slide, I will explain more on this. So we have just started. We just that's okay, that's fine. That's fine. You sit comfortably first. That's okay. Yes, sit in the way you want. No problem. Okay, right. That's fine. So we just started talking about giving. It's all about giving. So here, in this, I will just go back because this is very important. Excuse others for that. So here we have this non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion. So these are the positive causes and the negative causes. There are three negative causes: greed, aversion, and delusion. So all together with all these six causes, this journey of samsara is driven. So a person who can eliminate all the six causes will be what? Will be enlightened. So in our path towards enlightenment, now we came to a conclusion that these negative causes should be eliminated. So we are all clear about it. So now we just started discussing the importance of developing non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion. What is the one word we use for these three things? Merits. Yes, exactly. The merits. So merit is a pathway towards this journey. So now we can see a lot of life situations there. There is a variety of situations. So rich and poor, strong and weak. There's some luxury dogs and the street dogs we have. In these realms also, we can see this variety. So now we just talk that this variety or this diversity is happening as a result of what? The level of causes. Level of causes. The strength of the causes. Either positive causes or negative causes. Now think like why people born as poor people. What is the cause for poverty? Yes. greed, aversion, and delusion. If they have accumulated more on greed, aversion, and delusion, they have created the causes to be born as poor people. It doesn't mean that poor people won't be able to attain enlightenment. Coming towards that. But I just talk about the current situation. Why these things happening? So now in house, in the home environment, you get a lot of fights and these conflicts about the things that you get and things that you don't get. I get these things, but he gets more. He gets these things, but I don't get. So almost all the fights happening in the house or anywhere in the world is based on about getting something. So now we know the key to get things. What is it? It's all about giving. So it is the key. So one who is in greed, that means he is mastering greed, aversion, and delusion. And for you to get the opposite of it, what do you need to do? Master non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion. So one who is in greed definitely should be non-greed. Okay? One who is in greed definitely should be non-greed. If not, there's no way that you can get enlightened. So now let's come to the benefits of giving. And it is the gateway to blissful planes too. Yes, the planes of sensual happiness. You can see the chart. Now you can see the importance of that chart, the circle. That is because if you are born in a woeful plane or a plane of misery and suffering, there's no way that you can listen to this Dhamma. You know, 18. What is that discourse? Under the topic, inopportune moments. So all the things are connected, right? As a pearls in a chain. Okay. So it's all about giving. Okay. So can you see the pictures clearly? Yeah. So what can you see in these pictures? There are 3 situations. Giving food to a monk, giving food to a beggar, and giving food to a dog. Okay, so everything is giving here, right? All about giving, yes. So, do you think the level of merits of giving these 3 situations, is there any difference? What do you think? Do you think that there is a difference? Are you all agree with that? Equal? Hands up those who saying there's no difference, or all will get equal results. You think that all will get equal results? Okay, right, thank you. So hands up those who think that these 3 situations, they get different results. Okay, right. So let's see what is mentioned in the discourses. Okay. So it is the analysis of religious donations. Analysis of religious donations. Dakkina Vibhanga Sutta. Majjhima Nikaya, book 3. If you all can read this, we just start reading this. This is said to the great elder Ananda Thero. Now Ananda gives to the following persons may be expected to yield the following returns. To an animal, 100 times. To an unethical ordinary person, 1,000. To an ethical ordinary person, 100,000. To an outsider free of sensual desire, I don't know how to tell this number. But a gift to someone practicing to realize the fruit of stream entry may be expected to yield incalculable, immeasurable returns. How much more to a gift to a stream enterer? someone practicing to realize the fruit of one's written. Oh, okay, right. So with the things that we read so far, what can you understand? Is it similar or is it different? It is different. But what is the factor that difference is determined? There is a one factor that this, yes, what is that factor? Closest to the enlightenment? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. What else? What is this determining factor? Because it is important to know. Yes.
Is it like if they already like practicing enlightenment, so they're already aware of what it's their actions have?
Mm-hmm.
So it can be, it'll be initial.
Okay. Right. I will just put the next slide because I have put everything into a chart so that you can identify it easily. So here on the right hand side, you can see the gains. When you give to an animal, you get 100 times. To an unethical ordinary person, 1,000 times. Just think that maybe a robber or it shouldn't be ethical person. Unethical person means like that. Maybe someone who is doing misdeeds. In other words, you can say a bad person, just say that you call no. Okay. So when someone is doing bad, if you give something to a person like that, unethical, ordinary person, you get 1,000 times return. To an ethical ordinary person, 100,000 times. So, what do you see in this people in this side? What is the determining factor about the gain? Anyone can guess?
An individual has done.
Yes, very close.
Someone who's trying to improve themselves.
Yes, yes, okay, yes,
Versus.
yes. So, yeah, tell me.
I would say a lot of positive.
Yes. So all the few people given me answers. So every answer is valid. We can collectively say one word. All what you said are right. So be happy about it. So all that you said are right. I will just tell one word. The gain depends on the quality of the what? Quality of the quality of the receiver and both the giver. Gain depends on the quality of the receiver and the giver, both. Here, let's see. Now, think that you as an individual person, you give something to an animal. How many returns you will get? 100 times, 100 returns. You give something to an unethical ordinary person. What is your return? 1,000 returns. So you give something to an ethical ordinary person. You get 100,000 returns. So what increased? Quality of the receiver increased. See now, so that is why an outsider free from sensual desire, some Brahmins, in the time that they go to forest and they do some meditation, they try to be free from desires. And someone practicing to realize the fruit of stream entry. So you know that there are four stages of enlightenment. No? So one, Sakadagami, Anagami, Arhat. So who is trying to enter the path? He has not still entered the path. He just following, mastering to enter the paths. That means like someone who is listening to Dhamma. So now in this Dhamma discussion now is going on there in the city. So these people, they are people who are trying to enter the path. You also the same. Now you came here. What is your purpose? Do you want to enter the stream? Yes. So now today you got some food. I don't know who gave you food, but someone has given you food today. Is it the same food that you get when you were just playing and watching movies and having your food? Is it the same thing, or the food that you had today, is it different? Different. Today you didn't get a food, but you got an almsgiving. Because why? Your parents are happy that you came here and you are listening to this. And they have given with the intention that they are giving alms to you. Because you were not the same person you were at home yesterday. You are different today. So whoever the person has given you food today has given, how many returns he has taken at this moment? It's like you, like, I don't know, you're trying to be good, trying to be virtuous, and trying to somehow to enter the path. So return is so high. So can you understand how this, how important this giving is? So now, like if you here, if someone practicing to realize the stream entry. Now, for example, now you know that there are 4 stages of enlightenment. And we have another 4 there. The fruit of stream entry, path towards stream entry. Fruit of, let's say, I will say Sovan Sakadagami, it's easy. So, fruit of Sovan. And before that, you have the path towards Sovan. We have here Sakadagami, path towards Sakadagami, and fruit of Sakadagami. So, do you understand that? Fruit and the path. So, like new terms. Fruit means you got the result. You attained Sovan, attained Sakadagami. That we call the fruit. You got the result, in other words. So there are, altogether there are 8 stages. So here we say, someone practicing to realize the fruit of stream entry, still incalculable, immeasurable results. You can't even think or you can't calculate the amount of merits that you are going to get. And if it is the situation, how about stream enterer? How about giving something to a stream enterer? There's nothing to talk even about it. And how about a person who attained Sakadagami? There's nothing to talk even about it. And how about an Anagami person? And how about an Arahant? Can we talk about that? We can't even think of that. So, if we can give something to a Lord Buddha, can we get, can you think of the returns that we get? But now, now you will tell me that, so the Lord Buddha is also not there. So how can we do these things? Very good. Buddha Puja. So that is why we have that thing. Next day, I will show you some images that in our monastery, we do the Buddha Puja, the offerings in a very, very pleasant manner. I will share you the pictures, some pictures next day. So you can always do the offerings to the Lord Buddha, thinking that you give these offerings to the living Lord Buddha. With that intention in mind, you can always give offerings. Okay, right. Now let's see. So are you all clear about this? So now are you clear that this, what's your name? So are you clear with that? No. One.
Maybe.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. No, like you just raised up a hand for the other thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So now we are clear about it. So everybody, are you all okay with this? Okay. So have you given alms this way? There are some ways that you can give alms. So one day, the great elder Sariputta came to Lord Buddha and asked, so people give things, give alms, donations, but their returns are different. And he asked, what is the best way that one can give alms? So here is the answer. So one gives alms or gifts thinking like this. What is the first one? Can you read for me? What does that mean? I will carry on this merits for my next life. I will enjoy it in my next life. Do you give alms thinking like that? Do you give alms? Tell me that first. Do you give alms? Yes, your parents give and you also help. So in that way, you involve in alms giving. So now, do you now learning the importance of alms giving? Because this is the key to everything. So if you know this for yourself, there's nothing that you will have to complain. Okay. So have you given alms this way? I'll enjoy this in my next life. Yes? No? Okay. The next one. It is good to give. Do you give alms thinking like that? It is good to give. Okay. I shouldn't break my family tradition of giving. My parents given alms, my grandparents given alms, my great-grandparents given alms. So I also should follow and I shouldn't break my family tradition of giving. Do you give alms thinking like that? Yes or no?
No.
No. I cook, they don't. It wouldn't be right for me to not to give to them. The monks, they don't cook. I cook. So it's not nice me eating alone. So I will give. Have you given alms thinking like that? Yes or no? How about you? How about your parents too? Sometimes they do. Sometimes some people think like that and give alms. Because these are the Lord Buddha said, the ways that people used to give alms. The next one. The ancient Brahmins years like Attaka Vamka, there were some people who taught people good virtues. They practiced the act of giving. So I should also give alms like that. Now, like we don't know about these people, but we have the Swami Wahansē at our temples. Bhikkhus and bhikkhunis who always tell people that giving is good. So having their advice in mind, having their guidance in mind, we give alms. Do we do that? So how did you learn about giving? Tell me that. From whom did you learn first about giving? Parents. Yeah. Okay. So you learn it from parents. So your parents must have learned from their parents or some other monks. We don't know. But this is about learning to give alms from someone like a monk. Number 6. What is it? When giving, my mind becomes clear. I become happy and joyful. Do you give alms thinking like that? When you give alms, do you feel happy? You feel happy. Okay. You feel happy, but you don't give alms just to be happy. Is that a thing? Okay. Right, so these are the 6 ways that people generally give alms. But this is these 6 not the ways that Lord Buddha appreciated giving alms. So the one he appreciated was number 7. What is it? This is an adornment and a requisite for the mind. Some big words, but you can see this, it's simple. What is it? So give with the intention to fulfill the requirements to comprehend 4 noble truths and attain Nibbana. So that is number 7. What is the way that you should give alms? Give with the intention to fulfill the requirements to attain Nibbana. Yes.
What are the 4 noble truths?
4 noble truths is the noble truth of suffering, noble truth of the cause of suffering, the noble truth of cessation of suffering, noble truth of the path towards cessation of suffering. Those are the 4 noble truths. We'll be talking about these things possibly tomorrow. Right? So we are just digging the path.
So, that would be saying like by giving it's gonna like take me closer to like understanding the 4 noble truths.
Ah, yes.
That what it's saying.
Ah, yes. You want to know what the 4 noble truths are.
Oh no, like it's like giving to other people, like giving alms.
Mm-hmm.
Is that gonna help us like getting closer to understanding?
Yes. So in the next slide, I'll be talking why and how this giving is going to help you for the understanding.
Oh.
So now we have like, this is only a statement, like, but you don't know how it happens. Is that a thing that you want to know?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Did I get your question right?
Yeah.
Okay. Not?
No,
Not so.
yeah.
Tell me if I'm not getting you clearly. Be patient with me. Right, the benefits of giving. So now your question is now going to answer. So what are the benefits of giving? So when the monks bless you, Abhivadana Silissa, Nichang Vatta Pachayino, Chattaro Dhamma Vadanti, Ayu Vanno Sukhang Balam. So these are the 4 things. Ayu, Varna, Sapa, and Bala. So these are the 4 requisites for you to understand the 4 noble truths. 4 requisites. Do you build a huge building without a basement? Without a foundation? No. So if the enlightenment is the peak of the building, the Ayu, Varna, Sapa, and Bala are your foundation, fundamental. So based on Ayu, Varna, Sapa, and Bala, you are going to build your path towards enlightenment. So let us take one by one. What do you mean by Ayu, Varna, Sapa, and Bala? Okay, so Ayu. So, okay, I will just. What do you mean by Ayu? I know I just went back because I want to know your thoughts. I know you are intelligent. Now you can think.
Lifetime.
Yes, lifetime. Ayu is lifetime. But what is special about Ayu?
Like like your commitment to like finding enlightenment, like throughout your lifetime.
Throughout a lifetime. Okay. So I will tell you one example. So there are 2 people. So one person lives 120 years, let's take. Lived 120 years joyfully, and he's a good person and don't disturb other people. He lived just a good life and dies. He lived maximum lifetime 120 years. But there is another person who lives only for 40 years. But during this 40 years of his short lifetime, he understands the 4 noble truths, attained the stage of Sotapanna, and he or she dies at 40. So 120 years and 40 years. Which lifetime is more valuable? 40 years. So now you can understand 40 years of life with the understanding of the Four Noble Truths. That is more important. So here, the ayu that you gain by giving alms to monks is this lifetime we are talking about. Okay, so I will just tell you a very short story very quickly. So once there was a small child who was playing in the beach. A huge wave came and the wave has taken this little child inside the sea. There was a big fish in the sea and this fish has swallowed this little boy. And when the fishermen went to the sea, they caught this big fish. Since that fish is very big, they have taken this big fish to the king. Told the king, oh, see, like we caught a big fish. Then king told, why don't you cut and see what is inside? Then they cut the fish and who they found inside? The little boy. Is that boy dead? No, that boy is not dead. The boy is not dead. We think why and how? And this boy kept in the palace until he come to an age. So after that, this boy was sent to the Lord Buddha, and ultimately, at a very short period of time, he became an arahant. So this little boy has come to attain the arihanthood. So if you all have come to attain the arihanthood, if that little boy has come to attain that arihanthood, none of the external factors could prevent him from achieving that goal. Did you get what I said earlier? Yes, he didn't die because of that. I will tell you one other story. And once there was a lady who died, and people set fire to burn her. Those days, they don't have like the coffins and everything. They don't have. They just put some piles of wood and put the body on the top of it, and they just set fire. But what has happened was the whole body has burned except her stomach. It didn't burn. Then people put some more firewoods on the stomach and then set another fire. But still, it didn't burn. So then people were curious. So then, let's just put some sticks and just poked and see what's inside. Then they could understand finally that there is a baby inside. So what did they was they have taken the baby and he also raised, but there's something very special. Like we can think maybe like it's like the fairy tales, but they're not fairy tales. So they have taken that baby to the palace and he has been raised in the palace. And when the age came, he also sent to the Lord Buddha and he also attained the arihanthood. Since the people try to hit him with the sticks, his name became Sankassa. That great elder was Sankassa Maharatan Wahansē. Became an arahant. So what all these stories tell you? If you have gained the required amount of ayu, is there any other force that can take your life? There's no way that you can, no. Yes.
Is that like people say like Ayusha, like how much Ayusha you have, like when it runs out, like you're supposed to leave, like no matter what it is, Ayusha. Is that a common term?
It's a common term. So here ayu refers to the lifetime that is preserved for you to attain the arihanthood, understand the noble Dhamma, not only the arihanthood. So now let's take for an example. Now, so I don't know, did you get the effect of the COVID to this country?
Yes.
Yeah. So, like, did a lot of people die? Yeah. So,
Oh, yeah, but
some people die. But did you die?
No.
No. That's why you are here. You didn't die. So why didn't you die? Now listen to me. Why didn't you die?
because your eyes should not.
Yes, your Ayusha is there for you to understand this. If you didn't have that Ayu, we don't know. We have no certainty about life. So like some natural disasters must have happened to this country during your stay. So, but has anything happened to you? No. That lifetime preserved for you. So in a past life, you all must have given alms. That is why you get these luxuries now. Now, any one of you, do you suffer, like, are you starving? Or like having any like issues with like, I don't have money, I don't have house, like, is anything like that for you? No, nothing like that. Why? What is the reason for that? Now you can interpret. What is the reason for the luxury that you have? Given alms. In other words, non-greed, non-aversion, non-delusion. So you have created those positive causes in the past. Now we have to remember carefully. So now you are consuming. Now we are consuming. Up to which extent have you consumed now? Up to which extent have you consumed by now? We don't know. The truth is we don't know. We don't know when it will end. So then you won't have a luxury life like this. But if you understand, if you have understood this noble teaching, whatever you have will have no matter to you. Yes.
What happens like if you don't do anything, like you don't like do anything bad or do anything good, like you just live and don't do much? Like what is that? What happens then?
Okay, so tell me, is there any way that you can live like that?
I mean, like I'm just thinking hypothetically, like if there was some person.
Ah, yes. Okay. Sorry. Yes, I can understand question. So like, yeah, listen to this place. So there are people who tell that, okay, I don't do anything bad. So, and I don't do anything like giving alms or something like that, but I just live a good life. Is that the thing you are telling me?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So there's one example coming on the way to answer your question. Okay. And okay, but anyway, I'll give you some more answer for that. So if there is a case, so now you just living means you consume whatever the things you have. So you don't deliberately create causes, as you say, you don't deliberately create causes, but still you consume what you have brought right now. Think of a bank account, you have like 100 million or whatever the amount of dollars in that account. You don't make any saving. You don't make any saving, but you consume every day. So what will happen to that account? One day, it will run out. It will the total will come to zero. Okay, the same thing will happen to us.
But then the whole point of achieving enlightenment isn't it become zero? Like there's no like nothing. You don't like have any emotion when you reach enlightenment.
When you
Like when you like the whole purpose of becoming enlightened, isn't it? Because like you have no emotion, then you just like at a base level, like you have no emotion.
you have no emotions.
Yeah.
So like attaining Arihanthood, it's nothing about emotions. It's about understanding. It's all about understand the true nature of this existence. So all the emotions, can you tell me, name me some emotions? Like you feel angry, happy, sad, guilty, envy, jealous. Some examples for emotions, positive and negative. But this is all about realizing the nature of these emotions, if I say in other words. Realizing the governing factor of our thoughts, words, and actions. Okay, so bear for some time. Tomorrow, you'll be getting answers for these questions too. We'll be talking, but I value your questions because they are valid questions, because that shows that you are thinking in this path. Okay, then only you will get questions like that. It's a very good sign, very good thing. Okay, so now up to now, just think that if you don't accumulate, gather anything more naively, you will still consume what you brought. As I mentioned in the example about having this bank account, one day you will run 0. Okay, right. Then you know what is remaining. Right. So, so the other thing we need to remember, we need to consider is, if you you don't do anything bad, not deliberately doing anything good, but you just live a general, peaceful, harmless life. But still, we have to look into ourselves and see inside. So, am I with cravings? Am I with defilements? So, only an arahant will be free from defilements. So, if we have defilements inside, means whether we think of it or not, we think, say words, and we act according to the defilements inside. So we can't prevent. There's no way that we can stop happening that. Okay, right. So shall I move forward to the next one? So are you all clear with the Ayu? So your lifetime is preserved to understand Dhamma. So whatever things has happened in the country, so you are all alive to listen to this. Okay. The next one, Varna. What is Varna? Okay, so what is Varna? What are the thoughts that come to your mind when you say Varna? Varna is a color. In Sinhala, we say Varna is a color.
Like being able to like clearly distinguish what is right and wrong.
To be clear,
It's like to be able to distinguish like what is right and wrong.
what is right and wrong?
Yeah,
Okay.
like being able to like tell the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. What else? Is it becoming fair? Having a fair skin? Is that so? So all these Ayu, Varna, Sapa and Bala, they have worldly benefits and benefits towards enlightenment. So having a fair skin is also there. It's a worldly benefit. Having a fair skin is a worldly benefit. Worldly result to say that you have accumulated so much non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion. Okay. But I want to know it related in terms of enlightenment. So now you already saw it. Clarity in the mind to understand Dhamma. So you need to be very clear, have a clear mind to understand Dhamma. Right? So, so sometimes you might feel sleepy when you're listening to the Dhamma discussions. Right? What does that mean? You're lacking of Varna. You didn't sleep last night. So if that is so, it is a different matter. So when you come to Dhamma discussion, you should have a sound sleep. So today you go early, go and have a sleep early. Have a good sleep and come tomorrow with a fresh mind. So this is not about that you were waking up in the night and you're feeling sleepy today. It's a different thing. But if you feel sleepy during a discussion, during a Dhamma discussion, it shows that there's some lacking in Varna. That clarity of the mind is not there. So if your mind is clear, you will stay awake. Okay. So, but don't worry. If you have such problems, there are solutions for these things too. But don't worry. Everything has a solution. Supper, the bliss of Nibbana. Is there any bliss or any other supper than the bliss of Nibbana?
No.
Now, we still have no idea about the Nibbana is, but we can think from the definition. At the beginning I told, it's a path towards ultimate happiness, ultimate cessation from all sufferings. So we know that could be the ultimate happiness or the bliss that one can ever achieve. So we can have that idea. The supper is the bliss of Nibbana. So what is a bala? Untying, commitment and effort to follow the path. So all of you had that bala today. Did you? Yes. You all had that bala. You had that commitment to come here. And I'm glad that you all had the courage to continue. Okay, that's really important. So anyone can come easily. But it always takes a very special quality, or we call it the bala, to remain until the end. So you bunch of people are really great in that sense. You are having that bala. Okay. So for one to have these 4 requisites, Ayu, Varna, Sapa and Bala, everything, all these things you gained by giving alms. Okay. So for you to gain the highest amount of Ayu, Varna, Sapa and Bala, to whom you should give alms? Yes. Then you need that table. Then you need this table. So do you do a business to lose? What do you always want? Profit, gain. So everything is about gains. You don't do any business to lose. So everything is about like gaining.
But like, can't you always argue that like, you should really think about, like the gains, rather you should always be like, oh, I'm giving, so it's just good for me. Like not think about like the numbers really. Like when I'm gonna give to anything, like an animal, like a friend or someone,
Yeah.
like isn't it better to like not think about the amount of gains I'm gonna get, and instead like be just give
Just
and
give.
not like think of the repercussions.
Yes, you can. You're saying that you can give something without thinking of the benefit.
Yeah.
Without thinking of just forgetting this table.
I'm asking, is it better to be like that than
Okay. So right. So that's what you think.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you all think? Do you think you can try that way, or like no? This is open to discuss. What do you all think? There's one other example. Okay. Okay. So when we came to New Zealand first, it's the first time we came to New Zealand. So we have no idea about the country. So your parents have come to bring us here to this place. So if not, we don't know the way. But think of the 2 situations, like we try to somehow come along in an unknown country and we might sometimes get lost. But other than we got some guidance and got some people to help, and they took us all the way from here safely. So with this, taken into these situations, what situation would be the best one? coming us along, like maybe getting lost somewhere, or like coming with some help and coming to the right place directly. That way. So in life, we always need, it doesn't mean that there's no room for experiment. It is there, but in critical situations. So now we know that how critical is this human life. Honestly, we don't have time to experiment. Because the Lord Buddha is the one who has done the experiment for us. He has done the experiment for us. How long he has done that experiment? Sara Sankhya Kalpa Laksha. What we talked at the beginning. So he has done that experiment for us. There's nothing for us to experiment. And actually, we don't have time remaining to experiment because this life is so short. So if we walk in that path, according that this is what it mentioned in the discourses. So if we walk in that path, our path would be easier and quicker and safer. Okay. But even though we think or not, we will get the benefit. That's also there. Necessarily, we don't need to think of the benefit, but the benefit we will get. But it's always better to know the way when we walk. Then we'll be able to better avoid the repercussions and the possible dangers. And then we know what could have happened to us. So because we follow a guideline and we have some guidance. It's not like a ship idling in the sea without what do you call it? It's the anchor. No, ship without what?
Sail.
Sailor.
No, sail. Like the flag.
What do you call? I don't know that.
Sail.
Sail. Okay. So you'll be like that, but it always better to be grounded. Okay. But that's okay. So now, like this is always need to listen with an open mind. So it's very fine to have questions like that, but see whether your questions are solving towards the end. Okay, just give it time. You don't need to just follow what I'm saying. Okay, you always have the room to think. That's why I said like being a capable listener. So only if you are a capable listener, you will get questions like this. Okay, right. So I'm coming. So so just listen to all these things. Just think and tell me if you are getting answer for that. Okay, if not, we'll discuss tomorrow again. All right. So for now, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yes.
I just had a like general question.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on the saying time is money? Do you think time is more valuable than money?
Okay. So in when we're talking about do you remember that we said Itipiso Bhagavaraha Samasabda, we call them Buddha Guna. Then Sakato Bhagavata Dhamma, we call this Dham Guna. In one of those Dham Guna, there's one point called Akalika. That means timeless. And Arahant is the one who has no value to the time. Because why he has no value to the time? Yeah. This is what it all is right. Tell me again louder.
They've already achieved enlightenment.
Yes, they have already achieved the enlightenment. There's nothing has remaining for him to do. So time is always important. So money, you can, whether you have your money or not, you will definitely die. That's a certain thing. But we don't know what will happen to us when we die. So we have the millionaires and billionaires and trillions, they have died. But what's the use of money that they have collected? What the time that they used to collect those monies, they all went in vain. But think of a person like Angulimala or Sunita or Sopaka, there were some little children who were born to the families, very poor families. The cleaners, their families are cleaners, but they got the refuge of Buddha Dhamma. So when think of all these things, what's the use of? I'm not saying that money is not important, but it is not the thing. Okay? So are you okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you agree with the fact that like having a lot of money is gonna like because the poor person is always gonna be like further away from enlightenment because they're chasing money, whereas someone who is born into wealth is more likely to find enlightenment because they don't have anything else to chase or like obtain, so they're gonna look for that more.
Oh, it depends. In the time of Lord Buddha, so now we know the Lord Buddha is the richest person at that time, the supreme, the son of the supreme king. So he had all the wealth within him. And on the other hand, the street children like Sunit and Sopak, they also could understand the noble truths. So we can see a huge variety. Not only very young children like 7, 8 years old also attain the arahanthood, and the monks like 8 years old who are very old also attain arahanthood and also enter the stream. It depends. We can't say it for sure, but what you have also has a point. So that person, yes, has enjoyed all the luxuries in life, and actually like for someone to enjoy all the luxuries in life and to feel that, so I'm enough of these luxuries, to have that feeling, you need to have a lot of intelligence. Only a person who has a lot of intelligence, who has completed a lot of perfections, will only get that feeling. That is the, in a way, that is a dangerous thing. Because easily we are we just go with the luxuries. That is the general thing. So now you all have enjoyed some luxuries in life. Have you ever felt like that? Or what is the use of getting these luxuries? Not really. If so, now from today, what happens if all these luxuries cut off from you? You don't like that. That means you really you still like that luxury. So while having the luxuries, everything, and you still feel, what's the purpose of having all these luxuries? I'm not saying that it's not happening, but for someone to have that insight, it will take a lot of intelligence and wisdom. There are, but rare. Okay? Right. So, shall I move forward? Okay. Thank you for the questions. I like them because it shows like how you think, and so it helps to shape the discussion. So, Ayurvana, Sapa, and Bala. So these are the 4 requisites or the 4 pillars. So based on these 4 pillars only, you are going to have so when you complete all these requirements, you will get an opportunity to listen to Dhamma. And at that point only, you will start understanding Dhamma. You will start understanding the true nature of this existence. So do you know, see, Ayurvana, Sapa, Bala, Patibhana, Nuvana. Have you heard that word also? So sometimes when Swami Wahansē bless you, they say, Ayusha, Varna, Sapa, Bala, Patibhana, Jnana, Kena, Karana, like that. Have you heard some monks say? Okay. So this Patibhana Jnana means understanding this Dhamma. Pati is a bondages. Bondages that keep you on going in this journey through samsara. And if one breaks this, and for someone to break these barriers, the bondages, the fetters. You need to understand, get the understanding of Dhamma. Okay, so now do you understand the importance of this Ayu, Varna, Sapa and Bala? Yes? Okay, clear? Mm. Okay, so actually I want to tell you one thing, but I think I have not put into the slide, but anyway, I will just tell you. Okay, so there is a discourse named Kindada Sutta. Kindada Sutta. In the Kindada Sutta, it explains some other benefits that you can gain. Any other, it's sort of remedies, I could say. I told that someone is telling that feeling sleepy. So this discourse includes remedies for that. Not only that, there are some more. So it says, Ahara denne, bale denne ve. That means if you give food, you're giving food means you're giving the power. You can see Ayavana, Sapa and Bala. So out of these 4 things, now think what are the things that you are lacking. So if you don't have the courage, so you just come today, but when you go home, tomorrow you might feel like, oh, should I go? You might feel like that. Should I go? Then that means like you're sort of lacking Bala. So what should you do the next day? Yes, I should come. And you bring something for the other people as a food, some alms. Because when you give food, the one who gives food is giving the bala or the strength. So if you feel like you are lacking the strength or courage, you always encourage yourself to give food to the people who is following the pathway. So when you give food, that means you give strength. So one who gives the clothing, the robes to monks, that means you get the varna. So if you feel like you're feeling sleepy and like that means it says that you are lacking of varna. The clarity of mind is not there. So what you should do? You need to offer robes. What? Offer robes. Okay. So then if you feel like this, when you listen to this Dhamma and following the path, that path is you don't feel comfortable. Like you feel like you're staying in one place, you don't moving forward in the path. So in that sense, it says the yana denne sapalapi. Yana means the like mode of transport for monks or anyone who is willing to follow the path, especially the monks. So you can help them with transportation. So as a result of that, you will be able to flow. I don't necessarily say it will be always easy, but you will get some positive influence and push for you to walk in the path. And yes.
Sorry, I just had a general question, like, do you have to become like a monk in order to achieve enlightenment, or like, can you do it without?
You can do without. You can even attain arihanthood by staying in the lay life. But it's like having coming to the robes, it's like making your path a bit easier. It's like you just, I don't know, maybe like here, I can't say this example. It's like going a journey in an express train and going in a slow train where it stops at several stations. So this is like coming in an express train. I don't necessarily say that the path is smooth, but there are challenges at any path. That is a common thing. It cannot be always attained easily. The best thing would not always given easily. There are obstacles, challenges in whatever the life that we select. But compared to the lay life, this is quite easier. But for one to come into robes, that person should have an understanding about this true nature of existence. If not, that this path will be difficult. So one can come into robes easily, but remaining in robes is difficult, unless if you don't have the understanding. So what we all can do is to understand these things, practice, and see the results for ourselves gradually. Okay? Yes.
With the giving part, if you know that you're giving something to get a gain in return, wouldn't that be greed? Like, you're like a greed for the like positive
Okay.
causes?
Yes.
return?
Mhm.
Or
Yeah, I understand your question. So, you want something for your benefit, or you want something towards enlightenment. So, if you wish something for towards enlightenment, that is the best wish. And in the time of Lord Buddha, some people have offered things to Lord Buddha, and they have made certain wishes. I don't remember the stories exactly, but once there was a person, a lady, who has offered a bunch of flowers to Lord Buddha, and she made a wish, may I be beautiful. Lord Buddha didn't reject that. Lord Buddha didn't reject that. And once there was some, I don't remember the names exactly, have offered alms to Lord Buddha and wished. This couple, as I remember, this Nakula Mata and Nakula Pita, as I remember, and wished that may both of us stay together as husband and wife in the next life. And until, not only next life, until we attain the stage of enlightenment, may we, both of us, stay together. With that intention in mind, also they have given alms, and Lord Buddha has accepted those things. Okay, so so there are instances like that. So we can't say for sure, no, you shouldn't. But always the best thing that we can do is, like, other than wishing worldly things, if we can always wish the Nibbana. We know, like, as it start talking at the beginning, if we can find the path towards ultimate happiness, that is the best thing that we all can achieve. So we can offer something and do something merit, and we can always wish that ultimate path. So then that it doesn't include any grade.
but isn't that enlightenment for you? So like, if I was giving something and it was for me to reach enlightenment, isn't that still doing it out of greed? Like,
No. No. So think that if you enlightened, don't you think it's a blessing? It is a blessing that having an arahant in this existence is such a blessing. So how can we say it's a selfish thing? So if you all can become an arahant, so what a bliss it would be. So at least one can attain the arihanthood, will be such a blessing. So there's nothing selfish in that. Yes.
No, it's about that, like, touching on the giving part, like, if you, is it not better if you give something without really, like, thinking about the repercussions, like, afterwards, like, the benefits, and just give, like giving people?
Yes,
Is
like,
it better or not? Is it not, does it not make a difference with, like,
yes, we can give things without thinking the benefit. That also we can do. And as I told you earlier, it is always for us to know the way we are walking. Whether we expect it or not, we will get the returns. That's true. But if we know the path we are going, and if we know what we are getting, I mean, I'm talking in terms of enlightenment only. Okay, so I'm talking about in terms of enlightenment only. In that sense, it's always better for us to know the path we are walking. Right? But in the time of Lord Buddha, people have offered things and made some worldly wishes too. And a Lord Buddha didn't reject them too. Yes, okay. Okay.
You mentioned something about offering robes. Is that, do you mean like giving robes or giving to people like in robes?
Giving robes to monks.
Is that what it means?
Yes, yes, offering robes to monks. Or you can offer robes to Lord Buddha, or you can offer robes to the Botry. Like, have you seen like in Botries, like people have like covered the Botry with a robe? You can offer robe to the Botry. Not
Give the actual robe.
yes, actual robes.
Yeah.
Actual robes to a monk, to Lord Buddha, the statue, we can offer robes, or you can offer to a Botry. Yes, your question?
Oh, no, I didn't know.
Okay. Right. So shall I come back to this? Okay. So like if you're lucky with this color or the Varna, you can always offer robes. And if you feel like you need more wisdom, more clarity, or like more analytical thinking, more power to understand the Dhamma facts, you can always offer lamps, oil lamps or light lamps,
Oh, yeah.
or light lamps for Lord Buddha in the name of his like enormous wisdom. Because what we are lacking is wisdom. So the Lord Buddha is the one who is with the highest amount of wisdom. So we offer lamps to Lord Buddha, and we wish, may with all these merits, may I also have at least a tiny particle from the level of his wisdom. We can always wish that. In the monastery, we have like always we do light lamps, not only just 1, 2, but we have just about thousands on the Poy day.
Is that what the Ananta Dhamma means?
Sorry,
Is that what Ananta Dhamma means?
Ananta.
Dhamma, or something like that. I've heard like people say, is that what it means?
The Lord Buddha
Yeah, is that what it means?
regarding lamps.
No, like the wisdom of Buddha.
Yes, infinite. Ananta means infinite. Like the level of wisdom that the Lord Buddha, like we can't even imagine. So we call that it's infinite wisdom. So we light lamps in the name of his infinite wisdom. So you try these things and you will start seeing the results. It's not like you just do it them by yourselves. Okay. Then you will know the results for yourself. Okay. So you can later let me know how do you go. Maybe in 2, 3 months, 5, 6 months later, you can let me know. Yes.
Do we not practice this when you're doing like Bodhi Puja at like the temple, like with lighting like the lamps and
Yes.
like giving seals to be
Yes. So we just do them, but as I told earlier, it is always better for us, and the path would be faster if we know, if we do these things with the understanding. You all must have offered robes earlier, but now you know how to do it intentionally. Now, if you remember this number 7, the way that you give alms, you do it with as a requisite for the mind to fulfill the gaps in the path towards enlightenment. So it is always the best thing. Know the path and work. Then you won't fall. Right. So we have here the theory of cause and effect. So what are the positive causes? So wherever you feel that positive, good, favorable, comfortable outcomes, that means it's all related to non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion. but there's no inbuilt gratification. Okay, we'll talk to this part later. But for now, you can think on only these two. So wherever you feel like the positivity, good, favorable outcome, they come as a result of the positive causes, non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion. On the other hand, the greed, aversion, and delusion associate with negative, bad, unfavorable outcomes. So these are the 6 causes, and this is the effect. Just forget about this part. Right. So are you all clear so far up to this point? Okay. Right. Right. So we all, now so far we talk about giving, like giving, all these things are really important. And we came to that point. But here, what can you see? Is only giving sufficient, and why? Here comes this story of Queen Kosala Mallika, who has given the unrivaled charity for the Asadisa Mahadana for the Lord Buddha and Mahasangha. So this Queen Kosala Mallika, so now can you see there is some like contradiction with what we have just already talked? I have been talking all this time that giving is really important, but now I'm saying is only giving sufficient, and why? It says all this time I told that giving is important, but only giving is not going to give you a guarantee. That's why we are going to talk, what we are going to talk here. So the Queen Kosala Mallika is a wife of King Pasenadi Kosala, the king of, at that time, of Lord Buddha in the Magadha Desha. It is a place where he lived. So this King Pasenadi Kosala and the Queen Kosala Mallika, they were very generous family. They always used to give alms to Lord Buddha and the monks. And there was a time that Lord Buddha was staying in his city, and the people made a complaint to the king. What the complaint was, they came and told the king, okay, so as the king, you always get the opportunity to give alms to people, alms to Lord Buddha. But we as the general people, we don't get that opportunity. We also want that opportunity. That was their complaint. Then the king said, okay, so let's do like this. You give alms to Lord Buddha one day, and the next day we will give. So people agreed. But what happened was, the days that the king was given alms were like were there, but the days that the general people, the general public given alms was so graceful, so beautiful and wonderful in the grand scale. But he himself being the king, the level of alms that he was given is not up to that level. So like as a king, he felt really disappointed. Why these general people, they do give alms so gracefully, but the days that I do give alms are not like that. So he was so upset about that. So one day he he was sad, and his wife, Queen Kosala Mallika, saw that he was so sad. She asked why. So then they discussed the matter. Then Queen came up with a solution. She said, okay, don't worry. I have a solution for that. So let's give an alms giving in a level that anyone in this city is not able to even think of. So that is the unrivaled charity, which included not only food. If there is food, everything 500 falls. Like those days, there was some tradition that they give elephants, horses, gold, wealth, gems, everything they offer. So as a king, he could afford for everything. They have given everything 500 falls. Elephants 500 fall. Our horses 500. So everything in 500. Golds, gems, and everything. So at the end of this almsgiving, the Lord Buddha came to accept this almsgiving, and so everything went nicely like that. So she has done this meritorious thing. But after some time, Queen Kosalamallika died. And King Pasenadi Kosal came to Lord Buddha and asked, okay, so my wife died. So where did she go? Lord Buddha didn't answer for that. Okay. So then, so what has happened was, now even though this Queen Kosalamallika did this almsgiving, at the time of death, Queen Kosalamallika didn't remember this almsgiving. That almsgiving didn't come to her mind as a last thought. Some misconduct she has done during his life has come to the surface, and that was the thing that she was bothering so much. And that thought came to her mind. And at the last moment, she didn't remember this unrivaled charity. So as a result, what has happened to her? She has born as a she-crane. She-crane, you know the crane? The bird who is having white feathers with the lumps of long neck. It's a kind of a bird. Okay. She is born as a she-crane. So now she has given such a huge, such wonderful almsgiving. But that itself couldn't help her from going to the four hells. So have we given alms like Kosalamallika? Such amount of alms? No, we have not given. So so can you think always, we know that giving is the ladder, the pathway to the understanding for us to make the background. But it is not the only thing. Only giving alms is not going to help us. Having a birth in the four realms, lower realms. Not only that. Here we have him. Who is this? The King Dharmashoka, who has built 84,000 stupas in the name of 84,000 branches of noble Dhamma. He has built 84,000 stupas. Now, do you remember now? See the connection. So 84,000 types of characteristics you develop from moment to moment. And he has built these 84,000 stupas in the name of 84,000 branches of noble Dhamma. We call that Asuhara Dahasak Dharmaskandhe. So there are 84,000 branches. So he built all these stupas like that. But what happened at the end? So he was on the deathbed, and a lady servant was fanning him. By accident, by mistake, that the stick of the fan just hit his face. Then king got angry and he puffed his face up. Why did you do that? He was angry. I just puffed his mouth to scold that innocent lady. At that time itself, he died. And as a result of making a puff, have you seen who make puffs like that? The snakes. He has died and born as a python, which belongs to the animal realm. Okay. So having built these 84,000 types of stupas, could he prevent or refrain, guaranteed from going to the four hills? Could he prevent that? No. But have we ever built stupas like that? Or even contributed doing all these things? No, we couldn't have done all these things in life. And the other thing. There was one person in the time of Lord Buddha, the Nigantanatha Putta. He has been someone who is really virtuous. He was considered as a non-violent person. And when he is walking, he was just having this feather to clear his pathway. He has used the cotton wools to block his ears so that the microbes or even small insects won't go inside and die. He lived a life like that. But what he did was, like, he had a will that if a person has told at least a single lie in his lifetime, he will definitely go to the hell. Like that, he has the same thought for all the 5 precepts. So have you ever told a lie? Yes. Have you ever stolen something? So if that is the case, you won't be able to understand this Dhamma, and you will definitely go to hell. According to this, but it is not the case. So he was spreading a wrong view. So as a result of spreading a wrong view, he has born in the one of the 4 hells, which is on the bottommost level. We call it the darkest place. The people who is having a strong wrong view will be born there. Yes, very good. Black hole. It's the darkest place. Right? So now we just protect the precepts. But have we ever protect the precepts like Nikantanatha Buddha? No. So if that is the case, we are going to have no way. But it is not the truth. He just went there in the hell because of spreading a wrong view. That was his problem. So now with this, we can come to a conclusion that only being virtuous is not going to help us. Is it going to help us? Only being virtuous? No. So let's see this one. We talk about this, the wrong ways. 10-fold wrong way we discussed. So I just pause it. So is only having a simple and peaceful life sufficient, and why? That the thing I told that I'm coming back. It's a story about the happy old lady. It's an imaginary story that you think of a lady who is selling some fruits or vegetables and earns her living. He just lived a simple life. For an outsider, like they will see this lady as like, oh, she's living a very harmless life. She doesn't harm anyone. She just live a happy life. But what she's doing is she sells things and she collects money for her living. So at the end of the day, she collects all her money and keep those money in the cupboard, lock the cupboard, and she keeps the this key under her pillow. So one night she hears some sound outside. So what is the treasure that she has? The money that she had, the little money that she has, that's her treasure. So she wakes up. Now what she's doing? Now she opens the cupboard and keep that money inside the safety locker, and keep and lock that locker too, and keep that key also inside and lock the door again. So what if she dies at that moment? What if she dies at that moment? She'll be
in the realms of suffering.
realms of suffering, yes. Because she's greedily attached to the money that she has. So now that's why I told you, like from the outside world, externally we can see that she is like, oh, it's like she is living a good life here, not harming anyone, living a just general harmless life. But inside, she's greedy for the money. Okay, so from outside, it can be seen to people as like they are generally good. But that is why I told you, like, we need to dig inside, look inside ourselves and see the things that we are attached to. Okay, so yes.
What if it has to do with like, I don't know, intentions? Like if she had like her family or children and she was trying to take the money to them so that they can live.
Yes, okay.
Like that.
So if her intention was to protect and give things for the family, is it something selfless or selfish? Selfish. And if she was saving that money for a meritorious thing, that is selfish or selfless. That is how the thoughts and the outcome comes. Okay. But if the intention was to keep that money for the self, that shows her greediness, selfishness. Okay. Okay. So those who were doing such good deeds were also born in the four hells. Those people, now we talk about 4 people, and they born in 4 hells. But Angulimala, who killed 999 people, got the refuge of Buddha Dhamma. You know the story? Everyone knows the story of Angulimala? Okay. I'll tell the story to you. Okay, Baba? I'll tell you the story. Okay. So Angulimala is someone who was initially a good child, good student, but later on he became cruel from the influence of bad friends. And finally, I just quickly tell the story. Finally, he had a target to kill 1,000 people and offer a garland as a gift to the teacher. So he's into this mission. So earlier he was Ahinsaka, that means innocent. Later on, he became Angulimala. Anguli means the anguli, the fingers. While he's having this garland, people started calling him Angulimala. So he killed, okay, so he killed 999 people. But at the end, Angulimala also got the refuge in Buddha Dhamma. Not only that, Thambadasa, the royal executioner, who killed thousands of people, also got the refuge of the Buddha Dhamma. He was a royal killer. He also got the refuge of Buddha Dhamma. I will tell the story very briefly. So this Thambadasa was a leader of the gang of robbers of 2,000 people. So one day the king caught this gang of robbers. The king said, so this is too much of people. So if any one of you come and say, I will kill these people, I will give life to that person. So Thambadasa, as the leader of the gang of the robbers, he came to the front and said, okay, I will kill these people. So likewise, he got life. So he'll kill those 2,000 people. So at the end, Thambadasa asked, so what will happen to me? So I killed 2,000 people. Then the king said, okay, so then you will be the royal executioner. So that is how he became the royal executioner. So from that day onwards, again, what he did was killing people. So he went on killing people. So ultimately he retired. And now he is old at his home. Now he is sad. Now he's worrying about the things that he did. So I killed so many people. So have you ever killed a human? Have you all ever killed a human? You can't even, can you think of killing a human?
Yeah.
No, you can't even think of killing a human. But we are talking about a person who has killed thousands of people. So at the late stage of life, he's now repenting, worrying about the things he did. So one morning, the great elder Sariputta, he was looking about who I can help today. So he went to Thambadasa's place. Thambadasa said, see, I can't concentrate. I have killed so many people and I'm worrying about that. Do you know what this great elder Sariputta told? He was very calm. He said, okay, don't worry. What you did belongs to the past. Now you are in the present. So now, are you doing anything bad with your thoughts, words, and actions? Can you remember Sadhukare? At this very moment, you are pure. That is what great elder Sariputta told to Dhammadasa. Do you know the importance of sadhukarya? At this very moment he was talking about. So he said, no, I'm not doing anything wrong. So with that thought, he felt very happy and very relaxed. So with that relaxed and peaceful state in mind, great elder Sariputta told, preached Dhamma to him. And with that blessing, he could attain the stage of Sotapanna. So that is how we got the refuge of Buddha Dhamma. Just by listening to Dhamma and understanding the noble truths, Four Noble Truths. So now we can see even a killer like that also got the refuge of Buddha Dhamma. And not only that, the Sunita and Sopaka. This little child, Sopaka, was one day his father sent, has taken him to the cemetery, and he wanted to get rid of this child. So he tied this little child, to a dead body, and he escaped. So that night, this child was shouting with fear. You can see the fox have come to eat the flesh of the dead man. This little child like this. So he was very small. So he was screaming with fear. Please help me, please help me. Lord Buddha, who has with ultimate compassion, could hear this innocent cry of little Sopaka. He came there and he has taken him to Lord Buddha and preached Dhamma, and this little Sopaka also could understand this Dhamma and attain the stage of Sotapanna. And not only that, Sunita, who was a cleaner, those days they were taken as the low class people. So they don't even come in front when Lord Buddha and monks or other high class people just walk. That we can see that he was just hiding behind. But Lord Buddha called him, come Sunita. So with that, he became so happy, like someone like Lord Buddha called me by name. So he also could listen to this Dhamma and attain the stage of Sotapanna. And not only that, Ambapali, who is considered as the royal prostitute. That prostitution is considered as a royal event at that time. So she has been the royal prostitute, but being the royal prostitute, she also could gain the refuge of Buddha Dhamma by listening to Lord Buddha, Buddha's Dhamma, preaching Dhamma. Okay, so they were doing such bad deeds, bad as considered in the social norms. They were doing such bad deeds and having poor living. But what happened? They were fortunate enough to get the refuge of Buddha Dhamma. Okay, they were fortunate enough to get the refuge, seek the refuge of Buddha Dhamma. How? So don't you have a question in front of you now? So if you have carefully listened to what we are just talking so far, there were some people who were doing so good things, but went into four hairs. But on the other hand, there were some people who were doing such bad things as considered in social norms and were not having the luxuries in life. They still could got the fortune to get the refuge of Buddha Dhamma. How and why? Don't you have a question in front of you now? Yes.
Just because like it doesn't matter like in terms of like how much merit you accumulate. It's like more like what your state of mind is at during like the opportunistic moment that you get.
Yes,
to
exactly.
understand.
Opportunistic moment, exactly right. That is the thing. And with that mind, the realization of Four Noble Truths should happen. And this is the answer. So, any one of you, any of those categories, whatever the bad they have done, they still have the opportunity to listen and understand the Four Noble Truths. So for you to understand the Four Noble Truths, listen to this carefully. For you to understand the Four Noble Truths, this Ayurveda, Sapa and Bala, those four requisites are the things that really matters you. So for you to come here, definitely you need to have certain amount of Ayurveda, Sapa and Bala. If not, you wouldn't have come here. Okay? So next day when you come, you are going to get the fruit or the best thing. So today when you go home, at least if you can, can you light candle or can you light at least a light for Lord Buddha? Yes. Okay, so you can do whatever you can. So if you have a Buddha statue at your place, you can offer at least a glass of water, glass of water to Lord Buddha. Worship and make a strong resolve for yourself. May with all these merits, may I be able to come tomorrow and understand what is being told about the Four Noble Truths. May I be able to understand that. So with that strong resolve in mind, you go to sleep tonight. And as you wake up tomorrow morning, you make the same wish. And when you come here, make the same wish and sit down. Without talking to other people, you just come and sit down and try to listen, concentrate, so that you will get to know, listen something, things that you have not heard before. Okay, so that would be our ultimate, what's the best things that you are going to get. Okay, right. So we talked a lot during this session. So is there any questions? Are there any questions before finishing? So before that, tell me, like, how do you feel with all the things that you listen from morning till evening? How do you feel? Yeah, okay. What do you feel with those information?
More connections, like making sense of what we already know, but then also doing more things to think about.
Yeah, yes. Food for the mind. Things to know. I agree. A lot of information, a lot of things, a lot of new things. So is it too much? No. It is not too much, but it's like you feel they are very new to you. That's why I understand. But when you come tomorrow, you will start like getting, as you said, like everything connected together. So now you see how that Sadhukare connected with the story of this Tambadasa. So everything is connected as I told, that the chain with the purple, the pearl necklace. So each pearl is included in the chain. If one pearl is missing, the chain is no more. Okay, so I should say that again, that you are a very special bunch of people. I really appreciate, because you were at this stage of life. You are so fortunate to listen to this Dhamma. And I know there are people, a lot of people who helped, including all of your parents who helped to have this program going on about bringing us here. Like a lot of things have happened in the background. So let's take this moment to extend marriage to all of them before we leave. So it is our duty to extend marriage for all these things. So now think of the merits that you have accumulated today. So you have listened to a Dhamma discussion. So what we have talked here today,
What we talked about.
we talk about the true nature of this existence, the ultimate, the bare reality. Okay, were we talking anything like this and that? Were we talking that? No, we were all talking about the true nature of existence. That means, like, if you remember about the lying, so if that lying is anything apart from the Four Noble Truth, so then we talk the bare truths. That's why I told, like we taught the true nature of existence. So we discuss the true nature of existence. And that is the greatest merit that we can achieve. Because there's nothing else in this existence to talk other than the Four Noble Truths. Okay, so let us take a moment to extend marriage. So everybody, you sit comfortably. If you want, drink some water. At the times I ask you to say sadhu, all of you say sadhu 3 times. So you concentrate on the words that I say. Okay. So everybody take a deep breath and close your eyes. Okay, so think like that. May all these merits that I have accumulated so far during the day, like today we have talked about the true nature of this existence, the bare reality of this existence. And may all these merits be extended to all those who have helped to make this event a success. You all know that we are aware that a lot of people involved in making such an event happening. So those who are present here and not present here, think of your parents also, remember them. Remember, think of the good that they have done to you by bringing you here and arranging such programs like this. So may all these merits be extended to all those who have helped us in numerous ways to make this program a success. May with all these merits, may they also attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. With that intention in mind, all of you say sadhu 3 times. May all these merits be extended to all devas and brahmas who have helped and given the blessings to these discussions. And may with all these merits, may they also attain the stages of enlightenment, so once Sakatagami and Agami Ariyat, and complete the understanding and attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May all these merits be extended to all ourselves, for you all. May with all these merits, may I be able to understand more on Dhamma. May I be able to have more attention, more focus, and to be more alert, and to have more understanding, better understanding about the true nature of this existence. May all these merits be extended to all of us and attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So I'm going to bless you all of you. So stay tuned. Abhivadana silisa nichang vada pachayino chattaro dhamma vadanti ayvano sukhang balang ayrarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminati samichatu. May with all these blessings, may you all of you attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May the Noble Triple Gem bless you all. Teruvan Saranam.